I always ask myself why I'm here. Whenever I go any place, I ask myself why I'm here. And why are you here? We are preparing ourselves for something. What are we preparing ourselves for? It's the future. We always must think of the future. The future is from now on to next year. You finish the medical school and then when you become a doctor. Right? So we should prepare ourselves for what you are going to see in the future. That's why you come to the medical school. And we have to change. We have to change. Change what? Our way of thinking, our brain. From ordinary person brain, from high school students' brain to medical brain. This is preparing for the future. What we have been doing all the time is that we were reading a book, getting ideas from the book. Now, these ideas should be well developed, understood, and shiny. Little ideas and summaries here and there are not good enough. Now, when I say preparing for the future, I mean we're going to put one foot in the future. Meaning we are going to put one foot, few examples of what we are going to see in the future. And we apply what we have read. And we will be in this situation. Doctor-patient contact. This is what is really happening in a medical school. You read, you understand, and then you start tasting what is coming in the future. This person is building a wall. Now the bricks are your knowledge. There are foundation bricks. This is what you have learned, and you build on what you have learned. You add new information. This wall looks what? Looks sound and strong. This is what should your information be. If your information is strong and sound, then your patient will be happy and you will be satisfied. If not, if your knowledge is shabby, if your knowledge is like this wall, slide messages here and there, summaries here and there, papers here and there. If the knowledge is going to be this way, this is what is going to happen. Your patient is going to be not satisfied. Right? This is very important message. Keep it in your mind. Now, if you are this kind of person who doesn't want to see and doesn't want to hear and doesn't want to ask these deep questions. يعني يؤخذ الحضور والغياب اللي ما بده يحضر يطلع مع السلامة. right؟ يطلع يضحك على حاله. If you want to see, hear, and ask, you can stay. Go home and study in bed. Now, there are two choices: study in bed at home, or this is the way we do it. We come to the university, we sit down, we study and discuss. Right? This is how a person becomes a doctor. Now, it is no more than a story. You collect data. Data means pieces of information. You do it, right? Now, nowadays, in the 21st century, science is everywhere. In the past, it was what comes out of the mouth of the teacher. Nowadays, in the 21st century, now science is everywhere. At least read your book. If you collect data, then what is this lecture for? It is data management. We juggle with the data, we juggle with the information. We relate it to each other, we relate it to patients. This is what a lecture in the 21st century should be. No spoon feeding. Don't say you should not tell this in the lecture. It's in the book. Okay? I am not here for spoon feeding. Now, you know the parts of the gastrointestinal tract. You have an idea about parts of the gastrointestinal tract. We start with the mouth. Now, see what your tongue says about your health. Now, in year 4, the first course you will have is Introduction to Medicine, which is learning complete physical exam. When you start with the head, you examine different parts, you come to the mouth, and you tell the patient, show me your tongue. Right? Now, see what your tongue can tell you. This is a normal tongue. Look at the color, few spots, these are papillae, you will learn later on. This patient, when was asked to protrude the tongue, is deviated to the left. That means there is something wrong with the nerve supply of the muscles. We will solve this problem in the second semester. If you look at this tongue, it is very what? Very pale, indicating anemia. This is, on the contrary, this is fiery red or beefy red. This is an indication of pernicious anemia. This is fiery red. This is more severe case of pernicious anemia. The disease is in the blood, and the tongue shows the disease. This is third tongue. The epithelium of the dorsal part of the tongue has changed. And this is a uremic tongue. You know what uremia is? kind of renal failure. Central fissures and glossy, very shiny tongue. This is also an indication of pernicious anemia. Fissured tongue. This is called geographic tongue. All these images of tongues are indicating diseases in the body. Now this is a mind map of the tongue, which you are going to see on your e-learning. What is the tongue? What are the parts of the tongue? What is the mucous membrane? What is the blood supply and lymph nodes, sensory muscles? Okay, and you expand your knowledge. You start with a mind map and you learn more by reading the book. This is the pulse. Okay, this is what brings you to success. Side of the tongue has bad lesion, ugly. This is cancer of the tongue. Again, these are the teeth, roof of the mouth, and you can see 5 swellings that should not be there. It's growth of tissue, it's cancer of the roof of the mouth. You give bad antibiotic to a person, the immunity is low, fungus will grow. And this is fungal infection of the tongue. These are called aphthous ulcers, especially these ones. I'm sure some of you have suffered this kind of problem. They are very painful. You can see the angle of the mouth here is fissure, which is very annoying and painful. This is called chelosis. This is what you are going to see in the future. So what you need to know is lymph drainage of the tongue and mouth. These cases requires you to know lymph drainage of the mouth. You can see that these arrows are indicating that the spread is going to be to the submental. The middle part is going to be down to the submandibular and then to the deep cervical. This is the submandibular group of lymph nodes, which are very important because they collect most of lymphatic drainage of the mouth. Look at this image. The anterior part of the tongue is the submental, middle part is submandibular, and the posterior part is the deep cervical lymph nodes. Now, you took your hemolymphoid system and you know these lymph nodes. Now, in real life, this is what you are going to do. Do you know which lymph nodes this hand is examining? This is the submental. And this one, this is the submandibular. And this one, deep cervical lymph nodes. The anterior triangle. And this one is in the suprascapular fossa. This is the sequence of the spread of inflammation or cancer. This is detailed information about which part going to spread to which lymph nodes. But at the end of the day, it is the submental or submandibular ending up in cervical lymph nodes. So these cases requires us to know lymph nodes of the head and neck. So we start with a mind map, and then, for example, the mouth is made of mouth proper cavity and what's called the vestibule. The mouth proper cavity has a roof, which is called the palate, hard and soft palate, right? The lateral part of the mouth is the teeth and gums. The floor is the tongue. And there are openings in the mouth proper cavity. What structures open into the mouth proper cavity? They are submandibular salivary gland ducts and many sublingual salivary gland ducts. Bad oral hygiene, infections will get into these glands and the patient will have problems. Now the vestibule is containing frenulum of upper and lower lips. Lateral is the cheeks. Medial is the teeth and gums. Superior and inferior is reflection of the gums, and posteriorly they communicate with the mouth proper. Let's see these things. This is the floor of the mouth. It is the tongue. This is the roof of the mouth, which is the hard and soft palate. This is the lateral part of the mouth. There are the cheeks. And there is an arch at the end of the mouth. And what you see when you open your mouth in a mirror is this wall. This is the posterior wall of oropharynx, because the mouth opens into the oropharynx. What is this image telling me? If you look at this space, it is between the teeth and the cheeks. This is the vestibule, right? And what is this area? It is inside the teeth. This is the oral cavity proper. So there is an oral vestibule and oral cavity proper. We know the boundaries of these two cavities. Now, let's see what the arrow is going to tell us. That the vestibule is connected to the mouth cavity proper, posterior to the last molar, the third molar. What are the contents of the vestibule? There is this fold of mucous membrane, which is called frenulum. This is a superior frenulum. And this is the inferior frenulum, and this is the vestibule here. Outside the teeth, mouth proper, inside the teeth. When you pull the cheeks, you will see this opening. This is an opening of the parotid salivary gland. It opens into the vestibule, opposite second upper molar tooth. Bad oral hygiene, infection will get into this opening and will go through parotid gland. This is a high power of parotid duct. This is patella, round indentation with an opening into the vestibule. What is this image telling me? It is telling me that the tongue, which makes the floor of the mouth, has spots. These are papillae, and we will study them when we study histology. There are different types of papillae, and you can see that between the anterior 2/3 and the posterior 1/3, there are large papillae, less in number than the ones on the tongue. These are called circumpalate papillae. If you lift the tongue up, you can see that the mucous membrane is different. There are no buds, no taste buds. And the mucous membrane is much thinner. You can see the veins, and there's a frenulum in the middle. Sometimes this frenulum is short, and the person, when he or she young, sometimes this is short, so he starts having difficulty talking. You have to cut it, because to pronounce some letters you have to use your tongue. And there are 2 openings of submandibular salivary glands. This image is telling us that the tongue is made of anterior 2/3 and posterior 1/3. There's a group of nerves that is going to supply this tongue. These nerves we will learn in the second semester when we talk about peripheral nervous system. I'm not going to ask about them later today in this module, but later we will have to talk in details about this group of nerve supply. And this is a mind map of tongue. If you say, okay, now how do I read lymph nodes draining the tongue? If you follow this line here, it says lymph drainage. The tip is submental, anterior 2/3 submandibular, and posterior 1/3 is the deep cervical, and all of them end up in deep cervical. A mind map chooses the very essential keywords, and you can see that in few words they are summarizing the subject. You may be exposed to a question in the exam about this. Learn more by reading a book, Snell or medical students. Now, if you go deeper in the mouth, we can see that this is the soft palate, this is the uvula, right? And this person has large tonsils. There's a fold in front of the tonsil. This is called anterior pillar. It's part of the soft palate, and it is made by palatal glossus. You can see that this is the wall of the oropharynx. The roof is made of hard and soft palate. The hard palate is lined with mucous membrane, but because it is very adherent to the bone, it is not called mucous membrane. It's called mucoperiosteal membrane. And the mucous membrane is stuck to the periosteum of the bone and makes ridges. These are the bones making the hard palate. Palatine process is considered horizontal state of palatine bone, and most posterior is the tympanoid place of the skin. And you have 5 openings: sizable foramen, greater and lesser palatine foramen. These structures we'll be talking about in the next semester. You can see that this is the vestibule and this is the mouth proper. We have to talk about the soft palate. Some people say the soft palate is not part of the roof of the mouth. It is like a valve. Because the oropharynx is a common way for air to get in and food to get in. So when you swallow a bolus of food, this soft palate should go up. And you stop breathing. You swallow and then it comes down so that you can breathe. It's kind of a valve. This is an image of a real soft palate. You can see that its color is the same as hard palate and the tongue. The soft palate is very important because if it doesn't work, the person is going to inhale food. Therefore, we need to know the structure of soft palate. You can see that there's a central portion, 2 muscles going up and 2 muscles going down. This is a scheme of the soft palate. We need what is called the palatine aponeurosis. And it is made by tensor palate. One from the left, one from the right. They become the tendon, the central tendon, right? And this is the skeleton of the soft palate. We elevate the soft palate by the levator. These are the 2 superior muscles, and we lower the soft palate by palatoglossus and palatopharyngeus. Now, the door from the mouth to the oropharynx is called the foci. And here is the anterior pillar, which is the palatoglossus. And this is the foci, and this person has large nose. Posterior pillar is posterior to the tonsil. Space between anterior pillar and posterior pillar is tonsillar fossa. What's the story here? What is the story here? Patient comes to you to open the mouth, examine the mouth as part of physical examination, and you find this. Say ah. When this person says ah, The uvula is deviated. So what do we need to know? Nerve supply of the soft palate. This person is suffering from repeated chest infection. Sometimes it's going to be very severe. Whenever we come to a nerve supply, we will learn that in the second semester. So the soft palate is a very important structure. We need to know what is it made of for the sake of our patients. What's wrong with this person? This person is not a child. He or she is an adult, and you can see that the soft palate and the hard palate, they do not grow and meet in the middle. They should meet in the middle. They didn't. That means there is a congenital abnormality of development of the palate. This is something we will address next session. So, palate is not a superficial subject. People suffer from problems of palate. What is this? Uvula is method. This is the simplest form of cleft palate. Is the last stage which should have completed but stopped at 95%. These two parts of the uvula should meet in the middle of the uvula. Okay. What is this person going to have? Problem. Problem with phonation. Then we enter the oropharynx, which we'll address later on. So, how do we study? We start with palatine aponeurosis, soft palate, palatine aponeurosis, makes the skeleton of the soft palate. It is an expanded tendon of tensor palate. They meet the tendon of the other side and attach to the hard palate. Keywords, but very exact and to the point. Okay. The hard palate, if you want to know the bones of the hard palate, here they are. And we learn more by reading the book. We have to read the book. Doctors read books. Then we have mentioned that salivary glands are open to the mouth. We need wetting of the mouth, and we need a few enzymes. And salivary glands have ducts. They have capsules, they are well localized, and they have ducts. These are called major salivary glands. They are parotid gland, pair of parotid glands, submandibular salivary glands, and sublingual salivary glands. If you look at the parotid, what is this image telling me? It is telling me first that it is wedge-shaped. It's telling me that it's lobulated. That means when you examine it, and you can see it is not smooth. This is normal. When it is smooth, that means it is standing and the regulation has disappeared, right? And there are lymph nodes either outside the capsule of parotid or inside parotid gland. And very important fact is that you can see branches of the facial nerve, motor nerve supply of muscles of facial expression are coming from the anterior border of salivary glands. Again, if I look, what is this image telling me? It's telling me that, look, this part here is below that margin of the mandible. Then there's a lymph node, then there is a submandibular gland. A swelling is present here. I have to decide the swelling belongs to which of these structures. Again, this parotid gland is in front of the ear. So when it has a problem, the first symptom is going to be what? Pain in the ear. Then things will develop. Plus, if this is the mandible, then the temporomandibular joint is going to be here. So when the patient opens and closes the mouth, there is going to be pain. You see how this image is telling me? Now, when an image is telling me lots of things, now I have to observe and analyze. I should not put my hands like this. What is this? Look, this image is telling me so many things. If you come to the submandibular gland, you can see that there is this muscle and part of the gland is inferior to this muscle. And then it curves and becomes into the mouth. That means there is a superficial part and there is a deep part. Then sublingual is under the tongue. What do you notice about this child? It's a swelling here. Now, we should know now which structure is swollen. It is anterior to the ear, inferior to the zygomatic arch, right? And does not extend to the angle of the mouth. Most likely this is the parotid problem, mumps. So what do I need to know about this patient? Again, swelling on the side of face, and I need some knowledge. This looks an old lady with this swelling. It's likely to be tumor, and is it in the submandibular or sublingual or parotid? Because when I describe position of parotid and I describe the position of this tumor, they match, right? Anterior to the ear, lateral to the mandible, extending down to mandibular margin, inferior border of the margin, and this is likely to be a problem in the parotid. It's easy. Yeah, with a glance at this parotid problem. Again, mumps does not affect only children, also affects adults. And I need to know the details from the structural relation of the parotid gland. Facial swelling, discomfort, tender, pain increases with eating, and the pain increases with eating. Einstein once said that example isn't another way to teach. It's the only way to teach. Now I'll show you examples, right? Because I am following this class. Here's the mind map of the parotid gland. Okay. The problem here is that this is inferior to the margin of the mandible in the neck. This is going to give us problem, whether it is parotid, elymphnode, or submandibular. Parotid gland is not a perfect pyramidal shape. It has little extensions. One extension is called glenoid process, okay, superior to the TM joint. This is why it's going to give us pain when opening and closing the mouth. Sometimes there is an accessory parotid on the way of the duct. Another extension is called cubicoid process. The duct opens into the mouth oblique course for case of valvular action. Right. We have to learn more. What is this structure? The parotid. If this is the parotid in a perfect position, okay, then there is little extension here. This is accessory parotid. This is a CT scan of the head. Okay, this is a normal parotid, and if you see, this is the ear. Okay, this is the posterior part of the mandible. This is the head of mandible, and then there is little extension here, right? And this is what a normal. You know what muscle is this? This is the receiver. Parotid is related to the receiver. So this is a normal, and this is an abnormal. There is stone and the parotid. Again, this little green structure, we say if it is wedge shaped, if it is a wedge, it should be pointing here and coming back to the lateral surface, but there are extensions from the parotid. This is a dissected parotid showing you that facial nerve, The last part of the facial nerve, which is motor for muscles of facial expression, gets into the parotid gland and divides into 5 branches. The Hanem was supposed to take notes. طلعي بالتليفون. In this cadaver, I wanted to emphasize that part of the parotid gets inferior to the margin of the mandible. This is showing you that important landmarks ahead of mandible with the seeker, 2 centimeters below the angle of the mandible, that is confusing and is anterior to the mastoid process. Look at this dissected cadaver. This is the duct of the parotid gland called Stensen's duct. And it comes and pierces the oxygenator to get into the vestibule of the mouth. Here it opens as a papilla. Here the stone is protruding from the papilla of the parotid gland. This is a cyanogram. This is how we study the parotid. You put a cannula into the duct, and you can see that this is the gland here, and this is Stensen's duct, and this is called cyanogram. Here's a problem that I have been repeating 2 or 3 times. The swelling in this patient, is this lower part of the parotid? This is lymph node, or this is submandibular? I need to know more. This image is showing me that facial nerve and branch divides the parotid into superficial and deep part. Okay, and this is the submandibular salivary gland, and the swelling is here. Right. I need to know what's coming from parotid or submandibular or lymph nodes. It is in this area here. This extension, lymph node or submandibular. This is a diagram of the location of this fluid. Now, shape is white, invested in fascia. 2 fascia, its own and splitting of the deep investing fascia. Okay? That's why swelling is painful. And superficial lobe is 80%, deep lobe is 20%. Facial nerve divides the gland, and let's go to the submandibular. Okay, it's in the digastric triangle. You know the digastric triangle, and this is the superficial part. Digastric triangle, and this is the superficial part. Again, this is the superficial part. Here is an enlarged submandibular gland. Another one. Here's a submandibular gland, superficial part and deep part. The muscle between them is the mylohyoid. That's deep parts. Superficial parts, the deep parts. From the deep part comes the submandibular duct, and the lingual nerve curves around submandibular tongue. Is the curving. This is important when you do some procedures. Submandibular duct, submandibular gland, the digastric triangle. This is the duct of the submandibular gland. Two ducts open on both sides of the frenula. There is a normal opening and there is abnormal opening. Cyelogram, you put a cannula and inject the dye, and dye here is hardly passing, so that's the gland and this is the duct. This is a cyelogram. Another cyelogram. Sublingual is under the tongue, but does not have a specific duct. It has 7 to 11, sometimes more ducts. You can see that gastric gland has several ducts. It is the normal inferior surface of the tongue, and here is something wrong. Okay, it's the same. Okay, this is not submandibular area, submandibular ducts open here. Sublingual salivary gland. Wow, this is interesting. I can see patients, I need some knowledge, and I'm going to do it. Remember, be calm, study hard, from the